back.
Hopefully this time will work better. So
Are we actually?
I think so. Let's see. I lowered the quality, so hopefully it will be better. There we go. Okay. So anyway, we wanted to do a broadcast together to talk about our TNR project and kind of our partnership and answer any questions about that, because I think there's been a little bit of confusion just about who's doing I think the reason we've been so successful so far is because we have such a great partnership, and we each kind of are really good at the role that we're doing, and so that's why we're here.
Yeah, so. Ultimately, we're trying to do good stuff, and really the details. So long as we're able to do the work, and by partnering, it actually does make us. Just Labs would not be able to do the TNR project in the way that we're doing it, because we wouldn't have anybody to be able to go into the field. Shirley's worked hard to cultivate a relationship with the property owner and a relationship with the cats, which made trapping much easier and more, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but because of what you've done there in terms of socializing them and exposing them and bringing, all the traps there and that sort of thing, you've actually been able to target, which we weren't able to do in the beginning.
Yeah.
We're way better at it. Well,
yeah.
We being actually you.
We've learned a lot.
Yeah. So,
exactly.
And I think, I don't think Tiny Kittens could do it by themselves either,
right.
because they lack the facility and that we have. So we've been able to shelter overnight the adult cats that are going to just be spayed, neutered, ear tipped, and then released. And then we've been able to actually house the ones that, some of the feral moms, which unfortunately was not as successful for us as it was for Shelly. We just didn't have the same kind of low stress. We try to do our best to make it low stress. It's just not low enough stress here, so we actually ended up having to bottle feed about 50% of the litters that the feral moms, of the feral moms that we had here. So we've been able to find homes for, I feel like it's 87 kittens, but that might be a slight exaggeration, but it might not be.
I think, yeah, I don't know if it's colony, maybe. I should go back and check, because I think I only have 39 in the system from the colony, but I'm probably missing some.
So I feel like there was, it's 6 litters of mom from the mom, 5 litters of moms and babies, and then we had the wheelbarrows, and there was a couple.
Fred Engineer, and then Mirabella, Marigold.
Bigger.
It's been a lot.
Maybe it was 30. Yeah. I have a slight tendency to exaggerate.
Well, you guys have seen more kittens than just from property.
Yes.
Too, right?
Yes, it has been a banner year.
It's been crazy kittens.
Yes. We have actually done almost, at the end of June, we've done almost double the number of adoptions from the previous year.
That's awesome.
Kayla told me we've seen 179 kids so far this year.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So it's been, anyway, it's been crazy. But so it's great that we, that's what makes the partnership great, is that we can each contribute different expertise and different resources to the project. And then the easy part, really, kind of, in a weird way, is the money to pay for everything. And, we've both been able to find in our budgets enough to pay for all of the costs of the TNR program. So we've split that. And then, there's a sort of a resource split as well.
Yeah.
So it really is a true 50-50 kind of partnership.
Yeah. Yeah. So, so if anyone has any questions about that part of it, feel free to put them in the chat. But I know I've seen a few questions in chat or some comments, on the pages, and so we just wanted to make sure that everyone's clear that, our partnership is what has made the project so successful. And Labs is working really hard, like taking care of all the springworm kittens, and we're splitting the costs, and I think it's easy for rumors to get started and for, confusion to be out there, especially because I don't take enough time to probably communicate all that stuff all the time. So if you guys see questions, feel free to now you can share the actual information so that everyone's on the same page. And
I think it is hard too, right? Like, I know for us, we struggle to post a lot of what we do, and I think that probably the same thing for you is that the more involved in the work you are, the less time you have to really tell people about it. And ask questions, and I think it's easy enough, especially with a brand new project where it really doesn't. We've never done this before, so we are kind of just making it up as we go. And that does. It's evolving as it grows. And I don't know if for some of you, you'll remember when we started this, we actually thought we were dealing with 40 cats. So imagine our shock and surprise when we realized it was going to be more like 200 cats. It's probably not quite that high, but probably 4 times what we imagined. So, and now we have the added benefit of ringworm having settled in the colony, which is lovely.
It's fantastic.
And then a little dose of upper respiratory infection, so that does make it a little bit more challenging to house and look after all of those guys. And it limits. Obviously, we can't put those guys in foster care, and we only have so many spaces in isolation. So it's been a little bit challenging lately, and a little bit heartbreaking.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely hard. We've done so much, but eventually you hit a limit. You can't take in any more cats than you can take in, and so we've had to make some tough decisions. But that's kind of part of TNR and part of what we're doing, and we are making a huge difference, and we'll continue to make an even greater difference. Just we're impatient. We want to do it all at once, and sometimes you have to go a little bit slower.
And we are constantly hatching plans for improving our ability to treat whatever comes along. So hopefully, the longer we do this, the better we are going to be at it.
We were talking about how could we set up like a field bathing station.
Linnea was just doing all the ringworm babies. She's actually supposed to go home at 4:30, and I think it's 5:30 almost, and she's just leaving. So thank you, Linnea.
So what are we doing with their? So the ringworm cats that we can't take in, we're trying now to provide med like deworming and food and stuff like that for them, and letting the property owner try to care for them as best he can. We're hoping that will speed their recovery because ringworm is so opportunistic. So if their immune systems are weak, then it's going to take a greater hold than if we can get their immune systems a little stronger by eliminating some of the parasites. Then we're hoping they'll be able to fight back faster and then cure faster. So yes, donate to the Ice Oasis, a very much needed facility, as Bernie says. So the Ice Oasis is something we've been working on for a while, which would allow labs to take in more of these contagious cats.
Or should we say it would allow Shelly to send us more from the field,
That's right, I can fill it up, no problem. So, So, let's see. For any questions? So intake was done on Saren. She is going into foster care with Cappy, who had, if you remember, the other 4 kittens that we brought in who were about 12 weeks old and a little bitey.
A little bitey for Shelly.
She's a little bit, she's very confident, so she's a little bit ferocious, but she's younger, so she's 8 or 9 weeks old, so I think it's a very good chance she'll be able to socialize pretty quickly.
They're such an experienced and great family, and their son, James, is quite the cat whisperer. I don't know.
It's amazing.
He is amazing, yeah.
I can't believe that.
He loves doing it.
I can't believe that they got all 4 of those kittens purring and stuff. I was amazed by that, because at that 12, 13 weeks is tough.
I didn't think they would have come around.
Tough.
Yeah, I was really impressed. So those are all good learning things, to see them on intake and then to actually see them come around. And I mean, there's no doubt, James and the Davidson family had a lot to do with that. But also, I think that tells us something about to pushing the boundaries for socialization.
Yeah, and giving that it's worth a try.
Mm-hmm.
In the cases where traditional TNR wisdom is, 12 weeks and older, just, spay, neuter, and return to father. And so we are learning as we go. Mm-hmm. I mean, we can kind of start from that point and then just try and see what we learn and see if we can make it work consistently, and then maybe other people will try to, and we can all share what works and what doesn't work.
Yeah.
Ultimately, the cats will benefit.
Yeah. I mean, certainly on that colony, and hopefully in other colonies, hopefully we can apply our what we learned to other. That's definitely not the only colony in Langley.
No.
We suspect we know of at least one other larger one.
Yeah.
That we would like to try and tackle at some point.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, what an amazing learning experience, and it's been a really cool experience for me personally.
Me too. Yeah. Yep. So you have a dog walking seminar now.
Is it 5:30?
It's 5:38.
Oh, sorry guys. I gotta go.
All right. So anyway, that was just a quick update. Sorry, guys. That was just a quick update. I'm gonna head back to my kittens. I did not see Mila today. So I think that's the only other question I saw. All right, so back to your, there is an Ice-Oasis fundraiser it's the Lapse TK community page on Facebook. You can get information about that. The Ice-Oasis will allow us to care for more of these cats. And that is a good thing. So I will return you to your much more adorable kitten viewing. This is what you've been missing out on. They're pretty cute.
There we go. Oh, look at the little belly. Look at the little belly. Oh, you're so cute.
All right, so I'm going to turn this a little bit back down where it was. And I'll see you back at Cisco and Tips Cam.